it worked out perfectly. I
No,
don't
dude,
know.
this is great.
I
This is
don't
great.
know if we
I
can do
I
it
I
every
don't think
time.
we have to keep everything totally organized. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think,
Um,
you know.
yeah. I mean, I've been like listening to other podcasts. I'm like, oh, they like throw a game in the middle, like, and T2, I was gonna be pretty sad if you couldn't make it because I can't play the game with just Jorge because it's just him, right? So I'm really glad you were able to join us, and I hope you guys had fun. So I'll be brainstorming. I kind of like this format, Jorge. I'm glad that you do a lot of the talking for the actual topic, and I'm doing the producing and whatnots. And I love coming up with games. So, yeah.
Does that work for you? I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm hogging the
No,
show.
no, no. I mean, I think it works for me. I would love hosting games. If you want to host a game sometime, like, happy to have you do that as well. We would have to talk about like
Yeah,
who's
I'm sure
like
I can
doing
come
screen
up with
share and
something.
whatnots. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I think this game format is pretty fun. I'm glad you were able to join us for this D2 because our other podcasts are just us talking, right? And I want to sprinkle in some other things.
Hey,
No, that's
Beef,
fun. That was
can
fun.
I delete
Yeah.
the OBS from episode 3 on the
Um,
Google Drive,
yeah, yeah, that should be fine.
just so it doesn't get confusing?
Okay, yeah, up to you. All right, well, T2, I'm glad you were able to join us for this. Hopefully you
T2,
had fun.
did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the podcast?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
T2,
I really enjoyed
I
it.
really had to ask you how you knew the years for all the things. Like, I'm really amazed by that.
Such BS.
Okay, to be fair, going in, I kind of knew Jorge would win, so I had to give T2 something.
Yeah, you had to give me some support, Jorge. Like,
That's okay. No, that's fine. I would have felt really bad if it was like a complete blowout.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah. No, well, I think it would have been like 24 to like 10. No offense, T2.
no, no, no. It would be pretty bad. It would be pretty bad. Yeah,
Had a great time.
yeah.
I
No, it was
I
really fun.
I think this is the most I've laughed on this podcast so far.
Thanks for being a good sport, Jorge. I know we're all good friends, so I love the
Are
game.
we? Are we? I'm just here for the royalties, you know.
Yeah,
Once that podcast money starts rolling in, like that's all I care about.
gotta get the
You
sponsorships
know.
in. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't I don't know if there are
Yeah,
any.
what T2 doesn't know is that I'm a complete slave driver. I'm like, Beef, how come you haven't uploaded the episode? Come on, man. Like you're behind. Like
Yeah,
it's old material now. Like what are you even doing?
he's paying me
Yeah, you
minimum
got.
wage, T2. He's not even tipping.
Yeah.
I'm really offended.
Yeah, you gotta get that Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
Hey, so Beef, real
Yeah.
quick. So, what topic do you think you would like for the next one?
That's a good question. What do we got on the docket here?
Well,
And
first of all, I
do
have
you
to
want to
update the
guess?
docket.
Do we want to go back
That's,
to just us two? I guess it might depend on who's available.
it depends on scheduling. So June 8th,
I guess for
we
for for
did
T2's knowledge,
history
like
of cinema.
for T2's knowledge, I think when we first came up with the concept of having guests on the show, like you and Sean were our top options because I do like you are kind of really the one that organizes all the movie outings. So I really appreciate that. And honestly, I think I wouldn't watch as many movies as I do if it weren't for the two of you here because T2 like
Oh,
I don't actually go to the movie theater a lot. I would say in the last 5 years, like 80% of the times I've been to the movie theater are probably because of T2. Because whenever I
hmm.
go back to Arizona, like you invite me to a movie because that's what you guys do.
How
And
come you don't
Yeah.
invite me to a movie, T2?
oh,
Dude,
whoops.
there's no movies coming out when you come out, man.
Oh, so now it's my fault.
Yeah, it's your fault,
Yeah,
Jorge.
yeah, dude. Yeah, it is your fault.
No,
Well,
well, so Jorge, you're gonna be in Tucson in December. I'm gonna try to
yeah,
align my dates as much as possible with your dates because it is
okay.
becoming more of a rarity that you can go to Tucson for such a long amount of time. So I'm really looking forward to playing board games, watching
It
movies with
is
you
a
guys,
rarity.
and so
I had a long conversation with my boss.
I will try and maximize the amount of time that I can spend with you guys as much as possible when I'm
Yeah.
there in December.
No, that'd be awesome, dude.
And then for T2's knowledge, this is a surprise. I haven't told anyone except for my siblings yet, but I will be in Tucson end of August for my mom's birthday. So me and my brother are gonna fly
Oh,
in and surprise her for her birthday.
that's awesome. That's a
But
really cool surprise, dude.
yeah, I'll be there for a
Good
few
call.
days. Would love to see you guys as well. So I haven't told anyone else
Of
yet.
course,
Since
of course.
it's a ways away. I got like 10 trips in between now and then. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
No, that'll be fun. Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, Jorge, yeah, I think, but last year you weren't here though, right? Like you were here in
Last
December.
year. No, because yes, I was no. In December, I thought I went to Mexico for
Yeah,
for just before Christmas.
yeah.
No, you know what it was last year? It was in
Mm,
January for Raphael's baptism.
okay,
So we had
okay.
dinner at Pinnacle Peak, remember?
Yeah, I
And
do
then from
remember
there,
that.
yeah, and then from there I went to Mexico for the rest of that trip. So I haven't
Yeah,
been to Tucson in a long while.
yeah, yeah. So that's why you have not been in the movies with us.
Yeah. Well, oh, I see what your point is. Okay. And then the other thing is, I don't go to the movies as much as I used to
Mhm,
because of Raphael. So
yeah.
we have to. He's not at that age where it's good to take him to movies.
Mhm.
So we have to limit ourselves. But once he gets to the age where he enjoys going to the movies, we will probably go a lot more. Because right now, basically, my deal with Donna is I have to go see the premiere of the Marvel movies, and that's the only thing I care about.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
To be
Okay,
fair,
although to
okay.
be honest,
like
yeah,
of any movie franchise, saying Marvel movies guarantees you the most trips to the movie theater, right? Like,
That is true. That is true.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And although I will say, as a cost cutting measure, I stopped going to the premiere on Thursday night, and now I go on that following Tuesday because they do half off.
mm,
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
so
Yeah.
just
trying to save
wait a
that
few
money, man.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um.
it's tough because I don't want to see any spoilers,
Yeah. Just gotta isolate
and
yourself from social media.
so on Facebook, whenever I see a page that like is even close to putting a spoiler, I will block that page on Facebook so it doesn't show up anymore.
Yeah, on Reddit,
Yeah, it's just
it's
glitch out.
hard because
Mhm,
I go to
mhm.
popular or news on Reddit, and people will be talking about
Yeah.
spoilers of shows
It's
and
stupid.
movies.
I hate that people do that. So I feel like it's so disrespectful.
But it's just like age of information, right? It's like so easy to get
Yeah.
Mhm.
information.
Beef, how do you feel about doing a politically charged episode?
I would have to be in the right headspace for it.
Okay.
So I would say
Then
let's hold off on it for a bit.
okay, so then that I think my next one then might be um when you present someone new to a franchise that's well established, like Star Wars or Marvel,
Uh-huh.
do you have them watch in chronological order or theater release order,
Ooh,
or ask them to skip certain projects?
okay. I think that's a good one because I would have several examples of various franchises like series that would go with
Yeah,
that. So let's
I
do
don't know
that.
that I want to do too much. I don't know if there's too much prep I want to do for that one because a lot of it is like the whole point of that topic is you're trying to present this to someone who doesn't
Hmm.
go to every single movie and doesn't watch everything as it comes out, you know?
Yeah, I think it would differ based off of what franchise you're introducing. So I might brainstorm a little
Fair
bit
enough.
on
Yeah.
which franchises I might want to bring up
Yeah.
because thinking of that on the spot would be difficult. So yeah, we could do that one. It might be a shorter episode. Do you want to bring a guest on? I feel like having a guest might be
Let's
good.
see.
Um,
Who's on the list?
let's see here. Our master list T2 of our best friends in the group.
Spicy,
No,
spicy.
I mean, it would have. I think it's either Freddie or Francois.
Francois might be good. I feel like he's really into pop culture, so Francois would be great for that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, yeah. So we can approach the topic with Francois if he wants to
Okay.
be on.
Because the other topic we could do, and this might be a good one for our next show if you wanted to.
Hmm.
My buddy AJ, he's
Hmm.
like a huge Star Wars fan. He's dying to come on the show and do like a fan theory of the sequel trilogy.
Hmm.
So that would be really cool because right now Star Wars is kind of quiet. There's not a lot happening for Star Wars right now,
Hmm.
but they're gearing up for like Ahsoka season 2. They're gearing up for Mandalorian and Grogu the
Hmm.
movie. Like, so it would be kind of interesting to have that fan theory episode.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to say for the next one, since we did Andor for the first two episodes, and then we did a Marvel for the third episode, just like all within
Hmm.
Disney franchise. Let's the
Yeah.
next one be a more freeform one, and then the one after
Okay.
that, maybe we can bring AJ for that one then. So then it doesn't feel like it's like too close in between Star Wars
Yeah.
topics.
So let me see.
Yeah,
Because the other topics I have are like other movies and TV shows. I know you want to talk about Dune.
yeah, I love Dune.
We can do. Oh, dude, I love to talk about Last of Us. That'd be a good one.
I would need to watch season 2.
Or we could talk about Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, I mean, I recently rewatched all of Game of Thrones. Oh, like by recent, I mean like 7 months ago. Recently
Yeah.
rewatched all of Game of Thrones. And then what is it like? The Game of Thrones game just came out recently too. Not that either of us are gonna play it, but
Like the board game, you mean, or
no, like
what?
a video game. Like they made a. Oh wait, T2, have you heard of this? It just came out like 2 days ago or something. It's like a
Huh.
Dark Souls esque Game of Thrones. It's
Oh
called
wow.
King's Road or something like that. I mean, they
You
put a
know,
lot
they
of
probably
money into
cheap
it.
I've heard
they
of it,
probably
you know.
cheaped out on it and made the character Ned Stark so it only lasts for like one chapter and then you get killed and then that's the end of the game.
No, I think you yeah, that'd be funny. Uh, but I think yeah, I think you actually get to play it like Jon Snow. But yeah, that came out. It
No.
was like a really big game release.
Let me tell you this though. Did you guys ever play on the original Xbox the Lord of the Ring games? Where it was almost like an arcade, like overhead view of like you're either Gandalf or like Aragorn or whatever, and you're going
No,
through basically
but
the
was it good?
movies. You never played that, dude? It was so good. So this is definitely one of the best Xbox games. And I was thinking like, what if they did that but for Game of Thrones? It would work perfectly because there's so many
Yeah, it
characters.
would fit. It would fit really really
Because like
well.
in this game, you would basically pick like which character do you want, and you could have up to four people playing at the same
Hmm.
time. So it's like one of those games where like the overview, everyone has to move together, otherwise the
Hmm.
camera stops moving.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to like work together to like action certain levers and activate bridges and stuff like that. So you have to have a good crew. You know.
Actually, can you add this as a topic? So, how about like video game adaptations of big movie franchises that we think
That
would
would be a
do
great
well?
topic.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
feel like
great,
that'd
yeah.
be a really good
All right,
topic.
so let's do
And
video
Beef,
game
I just sent you the
adaptations
link to the
of
to the
movies.
audio. I don't know if you can open that.
Okay, yeah, let me
They need to
I'll
do a
try to open
virtual
it in here.
reality game of 50 Shades of Grey. That'd be a good adaptation.
I'm sure there are plenty that are not 50 Shades of Grey, but some other um yeah, the only Lord of the Rings game I played was Battle for Middle Earth, which is probably the most popular
Is
one.
that the RPG the RTS one?
Yeah, the RTS one is really good. Wait,
Dude, that
actually,
was one of
I wanted to
No,
talk to you about.
wait. So that
Okay, yeah, go
RTS,
ahead.
that RTS is probably one of my favorite
It's
RTSs.
so good.
Yes, and then like playing through Helm's Deep or Minas Tirith. Oh my
Well,
god.
the graphics were amazing. It felt so good to like control a Nazgul. So
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. They also
But
had a RTS for Star Wars. That was
yes,
also a
I
really
actually
good
Googled
one.
that recently because I was well, because
Yes.
after our podcast, I was like, oh man, I miss these like old. I mean, I'm having a regret now about how like
All
maybe
right.
we want to talk
So
about video
okay,
games on this
let's
podcast and not just
so let's
movies.
do we're gonna do Lord of the Rings RTS, Star Wars RTS.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
And you
talk
know
about
what? Here's what
games.
I would tell you. What games would convert to movies really well? And
Uh-huh.
I'll put this one out there.
Ooh.
I would love to see a StarCraft movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that because like Last of Us was a. Maybe it can lead the next episode after that could be our Last of Us episode because Last of Us was a
Please.
game that became a show. Yeah. So I
So
think
we
there's a
could
lot to talk
do
about there. Um.
Last of Us, StarCraft. You know which one would also be pretty cool? And you can put this like set it in like old Cold War settings. Dude, what if they did Command and Conquer?
Yeah. Command and Command and Conquer, right? Was what it.
Yeah, Command
I
and Conquer.
Red
Yeah, and
Alert.
they had like Red
Oh
Alert 2, like Tiberian I think they're called Tiberian Suns or something like
yeah.
that.
Well,
Like,
the thing I'm getting from this is that you miss RTS games, and so do I. Because
yeah,
you've listed
I
all
really
RTS
do.
games.
No, no. So my go-to is first person shooter. So like I was a
Mm.
Halo boy.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were really big on that.
But but there were certain RTSs that I really like. So the RTSs that I like are not the ones where you have to like do all your like economy building and all that. Like I feel like that's too much for me. Like I just want to be like, command a bunch of units, have like big cool battles with
Yeah,
like catapults. Like Age of Empires was such a great RTS.
amazing. It's still
Yeah.
alive and well. Age of Empires 2, the
I think
esports
our
scene.
Age of Empires 4 I think is the most recent one.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah, they came out with that recently, but Age of Empires 2 is the one that is the most popular and is still going in esports. It's like the gold
Yeah.
standard for Age of Empires. But
Yeah.
so I don't know if you saw, but because of Andor, there has been a huge resurgence in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like the servers saw
Yes.
a surge
Yes.
and I
Yeah.
loved Battlefront 2. I don't know if you guys
Dude,
remember
no,
it.
the original Battlefront was the best Battlefront.
I think Battlefront 2 might be more popular though. That's like the one that
No, no,
everyone's
no, no.
playing.
Hold on, wait. I'm not talking about modern era. I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about original Xbox. On the
Oh,
original
okay, yeah,
Xbox,
yeah,
you
yeah.
had Star Wars Battlefront and
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Mhm.
Those two versions were amazing.
Yeah.
And then now the new iteration of Star Wars Battlefront, because they couldn't be ours to name it Battlefront 3, those bastards.
Yeah.
Um, like that one was not great. Battlefront 2, the new one, yes, is
Yeah.
great. But I still think that when I think back to the original Xbox version, it was so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
fun.
yeah. You're correct. So I think the resurgence is in. It might have been in
The
both.
current Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
No,
something like
no, no.
that.
Right now,
Yeah.
the resurgence is in Battlefront 2,
Mhm.
the modern version.
Okay, okay. I remember watching all the
Yeah,
cutscenes, like a YouTube compilation of all the cutscenes from the modern version. Actually, really good story.
it's
But
so
but yeah,
good.
T2
Yeah,
sent us that. Well, you sent us the Han Solo like what was it? He's
Yeah.
like
The fighting Darth Vader
yeah
and like Darth
yes,
Maul.
yeah,
yeah
He's just
yeah.
dodging around. Yeah, like I've been getting recommended a lot of videos from there, so yeah, it looks pretty fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, we should have just recorded this. Call this episode 4.5.
I'll tell you, I have been recording ever since we stopped recording.
Hey, I
These will
stopped. I mean, I
be
stopped my OBS.
no, it's
And,
fine. I have your guys' audio here, but it will be in the outtakes because again, T2. So beginning of this episode, Jorge gave the little spiel and whatnots, but me and Jorge have been cooking up this idea for how long has it been, Jorge? I mean, we probably like hinted at it like years ago, but really like
Oh
6 months
yeah.
ago we started to
Yeah.
be kind of serious, and then like a couple months ago we got really serious. And realistically, a huge part of it is because, and this is why I wanted to call you the other day, and why I want to call you like once a month from now on. The older we get, it's getting really hard for us to stay connected, which is ironic given that we have the internet. And I really do cherish you
Mhm.
guys as friends. And so this gives us a really good opportunity it gives me an excuse to hang out with Jorge, as well as just talk about things that we love to talk about.
Yeah,
So I really love being on, like just chatting with you guys and like recording this to be able to look back on in the future.
100%. I agree.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's great
I
talking to
mean,
you.
seriously.
T2.
Yeah.
So, T2, I know I've mentioned this to you before, and I know I've probably mentioned it a little bit to Beef as well, but like, as happy as I am with my life right now, one of the big things that just like absolutely kills me is that I've been away from Arizona for so long, and I love the fact that you guys as a group, Freddie, I know just moved to Texas, but for a long time, Freddie, Michelle, Francois, Sean, you guys are always hanging out together, like, and I miss just on a random Tuesday afternoon, oh, let's go get EGs or whatever. Like, I really miss that. So, um, yeah, it's one of those things that like pains me, and as much as I'd love to get back to that, I feel like life is just taking me a different direction, but I definitely miss it.
Yeah, yeah. We miss you having you guys here like all the time. That's why it's great when you guys come visit. We have a lot of fun here. So
Well, and let me tell you this, like Anna has reminded me so many times. She's like, "I love your friends from Tucson. They are the best. They're so supportive. They're fun to hang around with. Like every time we go hang out with them, it's like we never left." And I agree with her. And the other thing that maybe I don't know if you guys knew this, but when I plan a trip to Tucson, you guys are like the the one group of people who I'm like, come hell or high water, I will hang out with them. Like they have to be on the schedule.
yeah.
Like I will plan events with you guys before I plan events with like my Tucson family.
It's yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah,
Oh, this is
it's
good,
nice to
man.
hear that. Yeah. Yeah. It's really fun hanging out with you guys too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Jorge.
good.
So you're gonna come on in the winter though?
Yeah, we'll have Isabella.
Oh man, that's big. Like
Yeah,
she hasn't been
it's
born yet, right?
no, 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 no. You guys
Okay.
would know. You
Okay.
guys would know.
All right. I was
She
like, I
she's
haven't
doing
heard
she's
anything.
doing September, but I think she'll be born in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Raphael was born 3 weeks early,
Wow.
so I think
3 weeks
Isabella will
Mm.
is
also come.
uh,
Yeah, Raphael is like right on the borderline of what they could consider premature. I don't think he was technically premature, but he's right on that borderline. I think it's 3 weeks is what they consider premature.
Does Raphael know
And
that he's gonna have a sister?
not really.
Does he
Nope.
understand that? No.
Nope. Not even a little bit. The one thing he does know is that if he kicks on his belly, he's gonna get an ass whooping, and he does. Because he rolls around a lot and he roughhouses,
Yeah.
and anytime he does that, it immediately just wham. And yeah, he knows not to mess around with the belly.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So I will just say this. At some point, I've told Jorge I want to travel down to Orlando again, to just hang out, but also to film a version of this podcast in person. I think would be
Oh,
cool.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
And so if the Tucson group, I know it's been, when was the last time? I think 2023 is when you guys went to Orlando. So if you guys ever have a hankering to go to Orlando again, perhaps we can look up and do that sort of trip again. I
Oh
know
yeah.
we're in the midst of planning for a Japan trip. It's really sad that Jorge couldn't make it for that one, but
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. I just keep kicking myself in the butt about that.
Dude, I mean, but you're gonna have a baby then.
I know, but still, man. I missed the last trip you guys did, and
Mhm.
you guys, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Dude, we'll get another trip. Don't worry, Jorge. We're
yeah.
gonna get another trip. Yeah.
I
Whether
mean,
that
it gets harder
and yeah,
when you have kids, right? So
yeah,
give it
yeah.
20 years when Raphael and Isabella go to college, and
Yeah.
you
I
start
mean, even
bets.
then, even when they get to like maybe high school, right, you'd be like, okay, you guys just stay with your friend. Your mom and I, we're gonna go, visit some friends. Okay, we'll be back in a couple months.
Or you take the financial hit and just pay for your whole family. So
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take off.
yep,
Sounds
I
good.
gotta get some
Sounds
food. It
good.
was great talking to you guys. I love you
Yeah,
both. Thanks
I
for
love you
thanks
both.
for spending
Take
time.
care. Have a great
yeah.
rest of the day.
I love you both too. You guys
All
both
right.
take care.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.